2 days out from the opening ceremony of the 2020 Tokyo Games, and COVID-19 continues to impact the Olympics.
The chief of the organizing committee today did not rule out canceling the games if COVID cases spike. This comes as more athletes are testing positive.
But even with the COVID threat in the back of their minds, those athletes, including ones, of course, from our Houston area, are pushing forward in preparation to be seen on the world stage.
Our Keith Garvin live from Tokyo, where it's already Wednesday afternoon there. Hey, Keith.
Hey there, Dominique, Chris. That's right. Good evening from here in Tokyo, where we are now into the noon hour, almost time for lunch. You know, the competition actually has already begun with baseball, softball, and also soccer matches already taking place today. But the threat of cancellation still very real, according to one lead Japanese official.
Faster, higher, stronger. Together.
A new motto unveiled at the Olympics to focus on togetherness while the pandemic is threatening to rip apart the games. Tuesday, Japan's top Olympic official sent shockwaves after stating he was not ruling out a last-second cancellation of Tokyo 2020. As Tokyo continues preparations, concern comes as the nation has seen a spike in COVID cases, almost 1,400 in one day. The chair of an independent panel that advises Olympic organizers on COVID-19 mitigation measures said there's no guarantee athletes would not become infected, but measures in place are considerably reducing that risk.
If they're on the close contact protocol and they're following all those guidelines, then they can continue to train within those guidelines.
Those athletes continue to stay focused on training here in Tokyo, with the official start of the games less than 3 days away. The U.S. women's soccer team is poised for another strong Olympic run, taking the field for competition starting Wednesday. Our men's and women's Olympic basketball teams arrived in Tokyo Tuesday, looking to maintain one of the most dominant records at the games. In the meantime, Olympic officials trying to mitigate concerns for athletes' health in the face of a pandemic.
And the numbers we're seeing are actually extremely low. They're probably lower than we expected to see, if anything.
Yeah, to give you an idea of some of the concern and even opposition by some to having the games here, Toyota Motors, one of the major sponsors of the Olympic Games, they have decided not to run TV commercials during the Olympic Games. They cite, quote, a change in the perception and circumstances regarding the Olympics as their reason for pulling out. We, of course, will be following all the developments here in Tokyo. Guys, back to you.
That's interesting. You know, Keith, we're curious. Have you had a chance to gauge the pulse of the residents there? Well, how are they feeling about holding an Olympics during a pandemic?
Well, Dominique, Chris, it's been kind of tough to get their opinions because we haven't had a lot of interaction with them due to the restrictions, and we are in what is considered a soft quarantine for now up to another 11 or 12 days or so. But a recent poll that came out just a few days ago in a local newspaper said that about 70% of the residents here have some serious concerns about holding the Olympics. So that gives you just a little bit more of an idea of the concern that people do have regarding the Olympics in a pandemic.
Yep. All right, Keith Garvin live from Tokyo tonight. Thank you.